Gonna get on here and pretend like I haven't been gone for 5 months, but basically, just to paraphrase, because I know there's a lot of people watching this that don't care about this right now, they just want to see how the trick is done or whatever, or how to do the trick. I've had school and other activities, didn't have time to pursue magic that much. I kind of was on a very tight schedule, but now one of my activities have dropped, and now I have more time to pursue magic, which is a good thing, so be expecting more recent uploads. Of course, like, videos might not come weekly. I'm going to try to post weekly, but they're not going to take 5 months to make either. So anyway, now on to how to do the trick. You already know it's Shawn Farquhar, Fool Us Part 2, which is the second one he did on Fool Us that fooled Penn and Teller as well. I have the first one linked down below. Honestly, don't go watch the first one. Most of my old videos are trash, honestly. I mean, let's all be honest. I've accepted it now, but I'm back and I'm better than ever. I actually have an editing software now, so that's a good thing. So now these videos can at least look a little bit professional. But I want to make something clear before I go on to the trick. This is probably not the way the magician does it. This is not a channel for just destroying professional magicians' tricks. This is a channel to show you ways to do the trick. I do not know personally if the magician does the trick this way or not. I just give you solutions on how to do the trick. So I'm sorry if you're here and you don't even really like magic. You just saw this on Fool Us and you're like, I want to know how he does this to help satisfy my own needs. I don't want to perform this on anyone. I'm sorry, this is not the video for you. This is for the magicians who actually want to perform the trick and want to know different ways to perform the trick, or at least just one way to perform the trick so that they can do it in front of their friends, family, people on the street. I don't know, for their own shows, I have no idea. Anyway, let's get started. So this trick is the one with the book. He's back to back with the new host for Fool Us. I'm sorry, I forgot her name. And he basically can tell her about all the pages that she turns to. And a lot of people have a lot of theories on how this was done. Watching this and researching certain gags to do this, I have come up with 2 conclusions on how to do this trick in particular. Yes, I actually research now, that's a good thing. And one of the ways is obviously the one that everyone else suspects, but then there's another way that I don't think anyone else knows about, and it's a way that I came up with, which is easier than the first way, I suppose. Now, first of all, I just want to make this clear. The first theory I'm going to give you is not the way he does it, because in the second one, he didn't use glasses, or not the second one. In another act where he did the same exact act, but at another place, he did this trick without glasses. But this is definitely a way that you can do it if you can find the right materials. And the first way, you all guessed it, is a special kind of ink with a special kind of either contact lens or glasses. This is pretty expensive. It actually costs quite a bit of money to find these type of things, but there is certain special invisible ink that can be seen with special lenses, through special lenses. And maybe you can put some of the special lenses into glasses if you get fitted for that. That's more for the more professional magicians though. I wouldn't expect you to go out and buy all this special ink, all these special glasses, lenses, to go and perform it for your family dog, you know what I mean? But the second one is for more of those people that just want to kind of perform this and amaze their friends and family, but it does take some time to do. And also, Shawn Farquhar has commented on certain pages and things like that, that the trick is actually not done with glasses. I don't know if I would believe that, because you know that magicians lie and things like that, but that is definitely a way to do it. But I don't think personally that he did it like that, but there is obviously the chance, even though he has stated that it is not done that way, to just protect his trick from the people that are claiming that it's done that way. And I know that I'm going pretty fast right now, but don't worry, I'm going to touch back on these two theories on how to do it a little bit more near the end of the video. The second one is actually a theory that I think is much easier, and it doesn't cost any money for you to have to go and buy special ink and special glass lenses. Because from what I've researched, Shawn Farquhar has replied to one of the comments on one of these videos that has him fooling Penn and Teller that this trick can be done with any book at all, and it doesn't involve the glasses. So this way is probably the most surefire way of, I think, the easiest way to do it, and the way that I think that he actually did it. Now the way you do this method, basically, I'm just going to tell you what you need to perform the trick. You're going to need a book that is like the actual book and everything, and you're going to need the same book with the same cover with a whole lot of blank pages, and you're also going to need a lot of time on your hands to prepare this trick. So I know you guys are all wondering, well, how does he do the trick? It's not a book switch. I'm going to tell you that right now. There's no book switch. Even Penn announced in one of the videos that he knows that he didn't do a book switch, and he asked him if he did a book switch, and he said he did not. So what we can confirm is that he has the blank book in his hands the whole time throughout the trick. So how does he know exactly what page the host is on and knows all this stuff about that certain page? So the way you can actually perform this is you have the blank book, you have the regular book, you give the regular book to the person like he did in the performance, and you keep the blank book for yourself. But the thing is, there is the blank book, but it's not just the blank book. There is a loose piece of paper in near the middle, or to like half the middle or half of the back of the book. I don't know exactly where you would put it. You can put this wherever you want, but basically you have a loose piece of paper that is the same size as the novel's book pages that contains all this information about pages on all the pages of the book. So I know this is kind of confusing. I'm going to break it down for you. Say that the host turns to page 112. So you turn to this page where you have this loose piece of paper that has text written on it that tells you information about the book page that the host lands on. You flip to this piece of paper, this loose piece of paper you have near the middle of the book, and you say, okay, let me go down to a section that he might have titled 112. And you look at this piece of paper, and it probably says something on it like 112 has 18 paragraphs. The first word is mighty, the last word is Holmes, or something like that. I'm just giving you an example. So it contains one sentence about every page, because if you notice, in the act itself, he only gives very vague information about the page, like how many paragraphs, what's the last word, what's the biggest word on the piece of paper on that page. This is all stuff that he could have just written down on a little piece of paper and slipped it into the book. And I know what you're saying, well, but that would take up multiple pages. That would look a little bit suspicious. Actually, no, it won't. You can have the font on the piece of paper be at like a 4 font or maybe even a 2 font, and it will only take up 1 or 2 pages front and back. So whenever the host tells you or the spectator tells you what page they're on, you just flip to that piece of paper that you have hidden somewhere in your book, and you read off the little information that you have made noted for you on the paper. Again, this is my opinion. I do not know if this is actually how it's done. This is just a way for you to do it. Now you say, but at the very end, he showed that all the pages are blank. What do you do there? So this last part is basically the reason why I said, oh, this probably isn't the way that he did this. This probably isn't the method that he used, because I personally watched the video a few times and I didn't see him get rid of the paper. I didn't see him tuck it and hide it. But if you were to do this for your own show or in front of your friends and family, the way that you would get rid of the paper is obviously the paper is loose in the book. All you need to do is just palm it or slip it away without them seeing, put it behind your back, put it up your shirt, something like that. Just get rid of it. You know what to do. You guys are magicians, and most of you are magicians, I'm assuming, and you guys know how to get rid of a card. You know how to get rid of that loose piece of paper in the book. And those are basically the two theories that I personally came up with. Again, going back to the glasses and the invisible ink with the special lenses. And then there's the theory that there's a loose piece of paper among the papers in the book that you just go to every time and it has a little cheat sheet there for you. Oh, also one more thing to add that helped me kind of come up with the cheat sheet theory. Man, that's hard to say. You can kind of see that every time Shawn Farquhar opens up the book, he goes to around the same page based on the thickness on both sides of the books, of the pages. And you could also see with the host that her pages were slim on one side at one point and kind of thicker on the other. And you could just see that Shawn's book was basically kind of sliced down the middle because of course he puts his cheat sheet near the middle because he knows that the pages that she's gonna pick are either up at the top or in the back, and he knows that the closest place to those two parts is if you meet in the middle, and therefore it looks more natural than if you're just on page 3 and she's on page 179. So anyway, information on how to get the special lenses and the books with the ink. I personally have not researched that part. I know it can be done, be specially made, but you need to have it specially made. That's kind of why I said that should be only meant for the professionals to have that kind of stuff made. If you're a professional, you'll find a way to get it done. And guys, that's the video. Again, sorry for being gone for so long. Hello to all the new guys that are here. I think when I last was on my YouTube channel, I had 618 subscribers. Then I checked 5 months later, I didn't upload anything, and I had 722. That was pretty crazy. That was kind of mind-boggling. But anyway, if you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like, and if you absolutely hate me and think I'm Satan for trying to reveal ways to do the trick, then don't forget to dislike the video and leave a comment saying how much you want to kill me. But now I do a lot more research and my videos are higher quality, so don't forget to subscribe, and also at 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a new setup, so that's interesting. Don't forget to subscribe, go check out Shawn Farquhar, and I'm out.